depending on causes and conditions constituted by the actions of previous lifetimes. In this way, the bodhisattva considers these feelings that are neither in the past nor in the future nor in the present. He knows that these feelings are empty, without I or mine, impermanent and changing. Considering the feelings distributed in the three times as empty, without characteristics and unworthy of being considered, he penetrates into the gates of deliverance. He also considers the arising and the cessation of feelings. He knows that feelings are not united, are not separated, do not arise and do not cease. Thus he penetrates into the gate of non-production. He knows that feelings do not arise, are without characteristics and, being without characteristics, are not born. Knowing this, he is not attached to the objects of the mind. If he experiences an unpleasant feeling, or a neither unpleasant nor pleasant feeling, his mind does not feel it, is not attached to it, does not rest on it. Considering feelings in this way is what is called mindfulness of feelings for the bodhisattva. It is the same in regard to the consideration of outer feeling and the consideration of both inner and outer feeling. 3. Mindfulness of mind. What is mindfulness of mind for the bodhisattva? The bodhisattva considers the inner mind. This inner mind has three characteristics: arising, duration and cessation. He has the following thought: this mind comes from nowhere and once destroyed, does not go anywhere. It arises only from a complex of inner and outer causes and conditions. This mind has no fixed and real nature, has no real birth, duration, or cessation. It does not occur in past, future or present existence. This mind is neither inner nor outer nor between the two. This mind is also without intrinsic nature and without characteristics, and there is nothing that arises or anything that makes it arise. Outwardly, there are various mixed causes and conditions, namely, the 6 objects. Inwardly, there are erroneous notions. But due to the succession of births and cessations, the name of mind is habitually given to all of that. The true nature of the mind does not exist in this mind. In its intrinsic nature, the mind is not born and does not cease. This mind is always luminous, but, because of adventitious passions, we wrongly speak of the soiled mind. The mind does not recognize itself. Why? Because this mind is empty of characteristics of mind. From the beginning to the end, this mind has no real attributes. This mind is not joined with nor separated from dharmas. It has neither an anterior term nor a posterior term nor a middle term. It has neither color, shape, nor resistance. It arises only from mistakes and error. This mind is empty, without I, without mine, impermanent and unreal. That is a consideration in accordance with the mind. Knowing that the nature of the mind is unborn is to enter into the dharmas that do not arise. Why? Because this mind is without birth, without intrinsic nature and without characteristics. The wise person can know it. And although the wise person considers the characteristics of birth and cessation of this mind, he will find no true birth, no true cessation. Not finding any defilement or purification in it, he discovers this luminosity of the mind, a luminosity by virtue of which the mind is not defiled by the adventitious passions. This is how the bodhisattva considers the inner mind, and it is the same in regard to the outer mind and the both inner and outer mind. 4. Mindfulness of dharmas. How does the bodhisattva practice mindfulness of dharmas? He considers that all dharmas are neither on the inside nor on the outside nor in between. They are not in the past lifetime, the future lifetime, or the present lifetime. They arise only from the complex of causes and conditions and wrong views. There is no fixed reality, there is no dharma that is any dharma whatsoever. In the dharmas there is no characteristic of dharmas, and there is no dharma that unites or is separated. All dharmas are non-existent like space, all dharmas are deceptive like a magic show. The Purity of nature of dharmas has no contact with defilement. Dharmas are not felt because feelings do not exist. Dharmas are not cognized because the mind and mental events are deceivers. Considering things in this way, the bodhisattva sees neither identity nor difference among dharmas. He considers that all dharmas are empty and without self. Thus, he has the following thought. Coming from causes and conditions, all dharmas have no intrinsic nature and are empty of reality. Being empty of reality, they have no characteristics. Not having characteristics, they are not to be taken into consideration. Not being taken into consideration, one does not see any dharma that is born, that perishes or that lasts. In this wisdom, the bodhisattva penetrates into the gateway of conviction that dharmas do not arise. From that time on, even if he notices birth or cessation among dharmas, he enters into the gateway of signlessness. Why? Because all dharmas are without characteristics. That is what is understood by the wise person. Considering things in this way, he is not attached to objects of the mind and, while submitting to the characteristics of dharmas, he does not think about the body or about feeling or about the mind or about dharmas. He knows that these four things are without a basis. That is mindfulness of inner dharmas. It is the same for mindfulness of outer dharmas and mindfulness of both inner and outer dharmas. 3. The four right efforts and the four bases of magical power. The four right efforts and also the four bases of magical power should be analyzed in the same way and considered as empty and without basis. 4. The five faculties. What are the five faculties as practiced by the bodhisattva? The bodhisattva mahasattva considers and cultivates the five faculties. 1. The faculty of faith. The bodhisattva believes that all dharmas arise from causes and